Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Tennessee Titans.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
On first down, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Mahomes now on first down, almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3. It's 3rd and
throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Complete to Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
But it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So now the Titans get their first shot on offense. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're going to look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
The pass complete to A.J. Brown. A gain of 8 yards.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway.
Complete to Antonio Callaway. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins.
Sammy Watkins.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
The 7-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good... And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Like a freight train there. Derek Nottie with a sack.
A loss of 4 yards. It's second down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now back to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries.
The pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
A gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The quarterback is sacked. Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Right. The quarterback sacked. A loss of 2
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Number 34.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Try to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Gain of 4 makes it 3rd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Chiefs 7, Titans 0.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Flush to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Their mobile, agile quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and a 9-yard run on the end of it. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own.
Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Ball carrier. Jadeveon Clowney brought him down.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. For the Titans and Chiefs, you know, we think back to their encounter in the postseason last year, the AFC Championship game to be exact. And the Titans were riding high, coming off road wins in Foxborough and in Baltimore. And they led at one point 17-7, but as the Chiefs did 3 times in those playoffs, they rallied back from a double-digit deficit, ultimately winning 35-24 and punching their ticket to Miami. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
And again, it's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now Edwards-Helaire. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Carrier brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. The 3rd down conversion successful. A gain of 11.
4-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Williams.
2nd and 7.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
At the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the 1st down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Butker now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
And the Titans getting set to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The quarterback is sacked. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3 and out.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Mahomes pass.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Mahomes now to throw, and this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Number 25, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the ball carrier. Tackle made right at midfield.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
1st and 10.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
First down, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Mahomes pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he will have a the Chiefs first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. This is caught. Watkins down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Now it's Mahomes again. This is caught. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
32-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Chiefs 17, Titans 7.
That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsor saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out, but they wanted to stop that drive, just weren't able to do so.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
DeAndre Baker there defensively.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Being chased out left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Dancing to his left. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robertson.
The pass.
Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
On the pickup
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the Patriots who were able to come away with the victory. Cam Newton, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Tom Brady, strong in the victory as his guys run their record to 6-1 on the campaign. And finally, on Monday Night Football, they've got a good one lined up between the Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 40-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
6 yards. And it's
now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And a man manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
30-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Another carry for the...
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's top of the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Was Kelsey. It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and...
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on a slant. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
4-yard line.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it, because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And the ball carrier.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Let's go, 950.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. 3 yards the gain there. Second down.
At the 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
The tackle made by Christian Fulton. 10 yards on the pickup. It's
now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there.
2nd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
There's completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let him know. He's checking.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that.